Mannschaft. Nur wenn alle zu 100% Gas geben, sich voll reinhängen, kann Norwegen das eigene Spiel durchziehen. Und wir werden sehen, ob das heute klappt. Oranje in den orange-schwarzen Trikots von links nach rechts mit Ballbesitz. Nykkegroth auf der Mitte. Laura van der Heijden mit der 6. Rechtsaußenposition mal kurz aufgelöst von Angela Mahlestein. Da ist Louise Abing. 14 Treffer von ihr gegen Tschechien. Irgendwann denkt man, muss der Arm doch mal müde werden. Der Armzug langsamer. Sie meinte daraufhin angesprochen, überhaupt kein Problem. Sie hätte gern noch 10, 12 Mal mehr geworfen. Also Kraftverlust für sie kein Thema. Lunde mit der ersten Parade nach dem Wurf von Laura van der Heijden. Laura van der Heijden, Torschützenkönigin bei der U20-WM 2010 in Südkorea. Die haben sehr viel Potenzial im Rückraum, die Niederländerinnen. Schon im Kreis gestanden beim Abschluss, deshalb der Pfiff. Und das ist Nora Mørk. Typische Bewegung von ihr, aber auch klasse Parade von Tess Wester, auch wenn es den 7 Meter gibt. Für Norwegen wichtige Szene für die 24-Jährige, die in Bietigheim spielt. Und Nora Mørk, die eben verworfen hat, wird antreten. Die Linkshänderin. Und verwandelt souverän. Dass sie hier dabei ist bei diesem Turnier, das war alles andere als selbstverständlich. Sie spielt in Győri in Ungarn. Im September hat ein etwa gut 20-Jähriger sich in ihre WhatsApp reingestohlen auf dem Handy, hat Fotos, private von ihr geklaut. Da ist sie in gewagten Dessous und auch in vielen Fotos nackt zu sehen. Hat die dann einfach online gestellt. Nora Mørk war dermaßen entsetzt, dass es einen solchen Eingriff in ihrem Privatleben gegeben hat. Sie ist wirklich völlig aus der Rolle geraten. Sie hat nicht mehr geschlafen, sie hat nicht mehr essen können. Sie hat keine Leistung mehr gebracht für diesen europäischen Topverein. Hat sich dann in einem langen Interview offenbart, weil sie einfach mit diesem Trauma fertig werden wollte. Hat von ihrem Verein enorme Unterstützung bekommen. Sie wollte eigentlich während dieser Weltmeisterschaft ans andere Ende der Welt fliegen, um sich dem Ganzen zu entziehen. Aber dann hat sie gesagt, ich will nicht nachgeben, ich will für mein Land kämpfen und arbeiten. Und jetzt ist sie Gott sei Dank da. Camilla Herren mit dem zweiten Treffer. Die Täter haben sie übrigens geschnappt. Am Kreis Kari Bratzett, die herausragend gespielt hat bei diesem Turnier. Das hat man vor dieser WM nicht erwartet von der 26-Jährigen aus Fredrikstad, dass sie eine so große Rolle würde spielen können. Immerhin hat man da Heidi Lücke mit dabei für diese Kreisposition. Es gibt gegen Yvette Broch die 2-Minuten-Strafe für dieses Eingreifen gegen Kari Bratzett. Natürlich gibt es den 7 Meter noch on top. Schönes Anspiel von Nora Mørk. Wenn man nichts anmerkt von diesem Fotoskandal, die hier eine sensationelle Weltmeisterschaft spielt. Aber hier scheitert an Tess Wester. Die ist heiß von der ersten Sekunde an. Zweite großartige Parade von Tess Wester gegen Nora Mørk. Die bei der Europameisterschaft im vergangenen Jahr Torschützenkönigin war mit 53 Treffern. Alleine 12 im Finale gegen die Niederlande. Da wurde sie zum wahren Albtraum von Oranje. Natürlich sehr offensive Deckung der Norwegerinnen. Die Niederlande in Unterzahl. Der zusätzlichen Feldspielerin allerdings. Sie haben da Wurfpech, dass der Ball an die Latte knallt. Aber mit extrem schneller Rückzugsbewegung. Ach, da geht Nykkegroth raus, weil sie das Zuspiel auf die Außenposition erwartet. Klasse gesehen von Veronika Christiansen. Die Lücke geht auf und sie sagt Dankeschön für dieses Geschenk. Versuchen viel zu rochieren. Auch hier wieder Tess Wester draußen zugunsten der zusätzlichen Feldspielerin Nykyrot. Klasse Parade von Lunde, 37 Jahre und immer noch auf absolutem Weltklasse-Niveau. Keine Chance für Camilla Herren auf der Außenposition da reinzuziehen zu einem Wurf. Dann nehmen sie das Tempo raus, bauen nochmal in aller Ruhe auf über Oftedal und Nora Mörk. Eiskalt. Ja, auch da die Lücke da. Natürlich in Unterzahl. Abwehrspielerin steht dann auch noch im Kreis, bleibt sinnvollerweise dann auch komplett weg. Norwegen mit einer 4:1-Führung. Niederlande müssen aufpassen, dass der Gegner nicht frühzeitig wegrennt. Offensivfoul von Laura van der Heijden. Und hier wieder die exzellente Rückzugsbewegung. Also da stimmt das Tempo bei Oranje. Die Oftedal auf der Mittelposition. Das hat man vor Jahren nicht für möglich gehalten, dass sie eine solche Entwicklung nehmen würde auf dieser Position mit nur 1,67. Gilt übrigens auch für Nora Mörk, die nur 1,67 groß ist. Aber die mischen den Rückraum auf vom Allerfeinsten. Und Oftedal holt sich gegen die hoch aufgeschossene Yvette Bruch diesen Ball aus der Luft zurück. Bemerkenswert. Oftedal liiert mit Rune Damke, dem deutschen Nationalspieler vom THW Kiel. Tempo-Gegenstoßmöglichkeit. 3 gegen 2. Bruch schön durchgespielt. Und dann ist wieder Lunde da. Schwacher Wurf von Laura van der Heijden. Den muss sie natürlich in der Situation ganz anders platzieren. Im Prinzip haben sie das komplett richtig gespielt. Ja, und da ist sie völlig frei. Lunde geht da schon runter Richtung Spagat. Und dann kommt der Wurf auch noch halb flach. Ja, klasse Wurf. Verdeckt aus der Hüfte raus. Stemmwurf von Nora Mörk. Und die Niederlande nehmen die Auszeit. Da gibt es einiges zu korrigieren bei den Niederländerinnen. Läuft noch nicht so in der Anfangsphase. Ob es für den 16-maligen Darts-Weltmeister Phil Taylor läuft, das werden Sie heute Abend sehen bei uns ab 20 Uhr. Sein Auftritt in der ersten Runde bei seiner letzten Weltmeisterschaft. Vielleicht haben Sie die Doku über ihn gesehen bei uns. Road to Ali Pally, Phil Taylor am Donnerstag. Wirklich eine schillernde Persönlichkeit. Und viele sind gespannt auf seinen Auftritt am heutigen Abend live zu sehen hier bei Sport 1. Ja, schlechtes Zuspiel auf die Außenposition. Da kann Martine Smit sich strecken, wie sie will. An den Ball kommt sie nicht ran.
.85, 1m86, the two in the middle. But it's not height that's the issue with the Norwegians. Not one of the biggest or tallest team in the game. They're just very, very quick and they play instinctively. They just know where each other's going to move to next almost. It's passive play those been called. Probably 4 passes left. Quick look back, Christensen. Ah, quick sidestep after that and straight through. And the captain, Ted Gerson, meanwhile, showing his recipe. So, with things not quite working, interesting combination. Here it is, little sidestep, and you can't really blame Malestein on the end, who was caught between a rock and a hard place. Do I mark the winger, who's going to get the ball otherwise, or close the gap? Pullman is now on. She's moved to the centre. Groot at right back. Looks like the run with Van der Heijden has come to an end. She just hasn't managed to get into the game at all, the right back for the Netherlands. Oh, brilliant! And a good save to boot as well. Tess Vester. Brotset says thanks for the pass. Nora Mörk, diagonal like a bullet down the middle. Pass was brilliant. Look at this. straight down the centre. Under little pressure, but Vesta reacts well and makes a third save. 10 minutes played, 6-1. Norway are leading. Oh, and again, the long-range shot comes to nothing. Abing Lunde manages to knock the ball out behind for a goalkeeper throw, and the Norwegians are coming up at pace. There was a time when they used to make quite a few substitutions between attack and defence, the Norwegians. Less so now. They like to let the flow go. Øftedal there. Hergersson there, who just likes to see Øftedal and Mørk stay in the attack and move the ball up quickly. The two, of course, are club teammates at Győrieto in Hungary and have a very good understanding, training day in, day out together. And again, the defence sits back, and if you do that, they are just going to constantly hit you. Second goal for her, but how often have we seen the Dutch defence sitting at 6 meters? There's one line player. One's got to mark the line, the other one's got to go up onto her. That's a self-service lunge for Christiansen. Oh, off the foot. Break is on. Herem. Oh, lovely one-handed catch. And it's all coming apart at the seams for the Netherlands. 8-1 down, and Norway are steaming away. There it is. Brilliant goal, what a lovely pass, such pace, Herem. Well, already, second break of the game, team timeout.
Hej, det är samma som gäller. Det gäller att vara till stede här. Hela vägen. Vi kör i rätt in. Och så roar vi hvis det ikke blir noe av. Og vi skal jage de på nytt.
So here, some of the great pictures of the game so far, and you've got a feel for Helle Thompson. The wheels have well and truly fallen off the wagon, and already they've used a second team timeout in 11.5 minutes. So the Dutch are trying to move things around here. Roosmalen has come on to attack at the right-back position. Newcomer to the team, just 13 internationals and 20 goals for the Dutch, number 25. They've tried Van der Heyden, they've had Pohlman briefly in there. Snelder's gone in on the line. Abing is still there, you can't really take her out, but when she does things like that, you may think about it. Herem cuts towards the middle. Oh, good save, Vesta. Well, she's doing her best to keep her team somewhere in the hunt. Fourth save for the Dutch keeper. Herem went off like a torpedo down the middle. Composed herself and reacted well. Vesta, who plays for Bietigheim in Germany. 6 of the Dutch play their club handball there. Pohlman, yes! Well, if you need someone to come to the rescue. Brings to an end a run of 6 goals without reply for Norway. In nearly 10 minutes without a goal for the Netherlands. Something about rabbits caught in headlights. They've got to find a way of settling themselves here. That's better. They try and get the break going, but I don't think you can outpace the Norwegians. Herem was quickly up with Malestein. Pohlman in the centre. Bit of pace, pulled from the back. Well, they say just managed to stay on the side. That's Kari Brodseth, the 26-year-old line player. Selected ahead of the more capped Frafjord to work alongside Løke and Ikstad on the line. 2 in on the line for the moment. Line player and the right wing. Malestein's waiting there as well. Long-range shot. And that comes to nothing for Roosmalen, and the break is on. The Norwegians are streaming on. Straight down the middle. Mørk! Well, someone's got to tell her when there's the end of the court, because she's going so fast. You've got to wonder if she can see it. I'm afraid on this occasion, for Tess Vesta, that was just a draft as it went past.
Norwegian team 2-9, the new intermediate result. Scorer number 9, Nora Mørk.
9-2, Norway are leading, coming up to 14 minutes played, and that's a yellow card. And it's gone to Norway's Skogran. Seems a little surprised, but it's the way it is. For the player who plays in Denmark, as do 5 of the Norwegians. Silkeborg. Pohlmann tries to go straight to the wing. It's not a great pass to Malestein, who does a no-look pass, unfortunately, to the defender. Straight down the middle again. Øftedal. Mørk! Tried to slow the pace on the ball and go through the gap, but fluffed the lines. Tried to do a broken wrist shot. That'll count as a save for Vesta, although one of the easier ones. Be a 5th if they credit her for it. Here it is again. Øftedal quick to Mørk. There was a bit of a gap, but the angle was cut. Abing did well to make no contact, and Mørk comes away empty-handed. She's not been without fault, though, Mørk, for the 4 goals she has scored. It's 4 from 8, as Åsmalen is brought down and gets a free throw. So the other Norwegians on the bench, trying to keep themselves occupied. Doing well the way this is going. Hopefully I'll get on a bit later. Lunde again. 5 saves. Pohlmann tries a long-range effort, 9 meters out. It's well read by the goalkeeper. Trine Lunde is on such amazing form. Midway through the first half then, in this first semi-final of the Women's Handball World Championships, and a shot efficiency of 60% for Norway, actually below par for them, but 20% for the Netherlands. That, I'm afraid, is awful. And it just won't go right. 3rd goal for Christiansen. 27-year-old who plays for Midtjylland in Denmark. Given again too much space, the defence is at 6 meters. There's just no depth to it. 10-2. It really is exactly a carbon copy of the quarter-final against Russia. And this is what everyone feared, that the Norwegians would just storm away with this one. Åsmalen. Groth has come back into the centre, and they've tried moving Pohlmann left back. She's tried all 3 positions at the back now. Groth, and gets a penalty eventually. A little push in the air. Played by Mirza Kurtaji. A little shove in the back. There it is. Shove and then let go. So in comes Grimsbo, 2nd best keeper in the competition, 43% save rate. 3 penalties saved. She's up against Abing, who's scored 16 in Germany so far. Scores that one, and boy, did they need that. So Abing, who's been the standout player for the Netherlands, it's the goalkeeper to move. Shot down next to the straighter leg. Beats Grimsbo. 3 goals in 17 minutes only for the Netherlands against the Norwegian defence that has been rock solid, with Lunde alert at the back. And an attack that has punished their mistakes time and again. Christiansen, Mørk. Oh, brilliant! Straight to the line, and no sooner do you bring on Heidi Løke than she delivers the good. She has quite literally just come on. The understanding between Mørk and Løke. Lunde likes that too. So Løke's opening goal, 11-3. Of course, Løke, who played at Győrieto in Hungary until last season. She was teammates with Mørk. And they've got one back. Åsmalen, one of the new members of the Dutch team, finds a gap through finally.
4-11, scored by number 20.
Pohlmann tees her up. And the defence moving slowly this time. 11-4. Still, though, the Netherlands are behind by a country mile. Mørk. Øftedal. Little push on the way through. Scores anyway. 2nd goal for the captain. And the Norwegian goal-scoring machine powers on. She is. Tees up. And as she covers the inside post, Vesta beats her.
Number 10, Stine Øftedal.
So Snelde, who like Yvette Broch before her, is struggling to find space on the line, looking for the wing. Telegraph pass, though, she was under so much pressure. Pohlmann tries to veer off, she comes back again. Pohlmann, who is back from giving birth just last June. Oh, yes, passive play. They were running out of time. Danik Snelder, the captain, having a better spell now. Marked the spot well. So Løkke on the line. Mørk. Øftedal looks for her. Could have been more. Seemed to get a push as she turned. Heidi Løkke, fed this time by Øftedal. There's the pass. It'll only be a free throw. So Øftedal, who ironically left Jurrietto, or rather arrived at Jurrietto in the summer, just as Heidi Løkke was leaving. Came from Ici Paris. Misunderstanding Øftedal this time as Løkke appears to be barged out of the way. Play on, say the Swedish referee. And a yellow card for Mørk.
Yellow card against number 9.
Seems unconcerned. Foul on Groth. There was the pass. Picked up by Danik Snelder, Kelly Dulfer rather. And there's the foul. The whistle goes and you've got to let go. 20 minutes played. It's been a better 10 minutes. 6-4 the turnaround in the last 10 minutes, but unfortunately the damage done inside 10 minutes of this semi-final. Took a bit of a deflection off a player, took the sting out of the shot. Christiansen, Øftedal, cuts towards the middle. Brodseth, she was steaming across court. She knew exactly where she was going. Number 2 spot at the back of the Dutch defence. Impeccable play. And for some reason, Dulfer stopped following her and left the goalkeeper to fend on her own. Helge Son. It's all going his way at the moment. The tall pass. A little bit of shoving on Snelder. She's won the free throw. Bont has now come in on the right wing for the Netherlands in place of Malestein. Looking to go through. No way through there. Again, Brodseth. It's amazing with the Norwegian team that you think, well, Løkke's not being picked to start matches. They can just go out and find another new player that can comfortably take the pressure off her so you can use her on and off. Pohlmann gets a free throw. Meanwhile, again, the defense holds strong. Skogran. 10 of the Norwegian team remain from the team that won gold 2 years ago. And Van der Heijden, who's just come back on again, finds her range, and they need that because the right-back position has been problematic during this championship. On this occasion, Øftedal comes out, doesn't hold her. She races for the 6-meter line. Beats Lunde this time.
Timeout. Norway.
Team timeout called this time by Norway.
Komprimere. Er du med? Og det fortsatt viktig å ta de duellene oppe. I forhold til, det bedre å ta de her oppe.
Stine, husk at jeg må hjelpe Kari til å ta innspillet. Ja, og så var kanten imellom.
Nei.
And when you press, then my front back sits come up and go out here. Run home, remember to stay in the position. Keep practicing.
Well, as ever, Helle Thomsen is urging her team. 13 time out of the game so far, 2 for the Dutch, called inside 11.5 minutes. So the Norwegians throw off again, leading 13-6, but the initiative has slightly slipped. And now the Dutch are scoring goal for goal with the Norwegians.
Minutes to play in the first.
For Thorhild Helgason, the coach, just a matter of trying to get them refocused on the tactics, making sure they get their plays. Mørk, Christiansen. See a little bit of a late follow-in by Mørk as the gap opened up between 1 and 2 on the far side. Oh, right in the corner. Stine Øftedal with the 3rd goal. Fourth World Championship, what a player she is. Öftedal, 3 from 3. And again, they're trading goals here as Van der Heyden gets her second. Here it comes again. Low shot to surprise the goalkeeper, Katrin Lunde. Would have seen that come at the last second. Clipped the foot.
7-14.
So still, goal for goal. Öftedal tries to go through, nearly intercepted, it bounces back again. Merck is in the centre, Christiansen's completely out on the right-hand side now. Looking for the line, fumbled by Luc, but seemed to be a foot in the way. Called against Snelde, I think. Snelde who's taken over the central duties alongside the defence specialist, Dulfer. Not quite as tall, but maybe a little bit more pace. Oh, Merck, right up in the top. 5 goals. The fans are in heaven, they really are. What a performance. Even the simple plays are working their way.
Scorer from the Norwegian team, number 9, Nora Mørk.
8-goal lead restored for Norway. Broch has returned on the line. But Groot, Van der Heyden tries to find the line, doesn't, but the ball falls kindly for her and allows her to drive in at the second attempt. The pass parried away. So off taken a little too quickly. It is again, you'll see this, looks for the line, it's knocked away, but luckily falls right in a path with a gap in front.
6, Laura Van der Heyden.
And that's seen close up. Öftedal, Merck. They'll come back out again. Solberg's come into the play now on the left wing. They've lost possession. Drops out of their hand. Quickly put up court by Kramer, who's in play. Smits very deep now, can do no more than pass it back in again. They try again. Now she's coming from the right angle. That's better. Smits' first goal. And all of a sudden, Hergarsson doesn't look so happy. She got the ball initially, but coming in at the wrong angle. There she wasn't. Comes around, hangs in the air forever, waits for the goalkeeper to move, and then beats that. Three 3-1 exchange for the Dutch. They are closing the gap slowly here, although the clock is ticking. But the Norwegians have lost the initiative. They're not controlling the game so much anymore now. Shades of the final of the World Championships 2 years ago, when Norway won 31-23. So much more experienced. And Solberg gets her first of the game. Plays for Esbjerg in Denmark.
Norway from the left winger, number 24, Sanna Solberg.
Sanna Solberg, the scorer. Her sister is actually with the squad out here. She's the goalkeeper, long-standing goalkeeper of the Norwegian team, but didn't get picked for the squad of 16, but is helping with the training sessions. And taking some of the pressure off Lunde and Grimsbo. Free throw, Van der Heyden. Broch, it's starting to connect a little bit for the Dutch here. Polman goes straight through. Oh, Lunde again. What a game she's having. 6 saves. Up close, went for the corner, she had it covered. So Groot frustrated as Kurtovic now comes into the attack for Norway. Kurtovic, who plays in Romania for Bucharest. Christiansen, good defence by Broch, who's getting stuck in there. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. So Kurtovic is at right back. In on the right wing is Skogran. 2 minutes to go. Öfterdal. Kurtovic giving Merk a bit of a break. But Christiansen isn't giving Vester any break whatsoever with a fourth goal right into the top corner. 8-goal lead again. Tries to go through. It's going to be a free throw. Look at that. Talk about placing it. That was brilliant. Thompson doesn't look too impressed, but Hergersson's happy. Well, they've stemmed a tide, but unfortunately the gap opened up in those first 10 minutes is causing them all manner of grief, the Netherlands. Polman, Van der Heyden, yes, does well. 4 goals for her. Almost forgetting to come off for the defensive swap. Windmill feint around Solberg.
17, scored by number 6, Laura Van der Heyden.
Some relief. Did very well indeed. And brushed away Öfterdal.
And we have the last minute in the first half.
So Helle Thompson must be frustrated. A team getting back all the time, pulling one back. But just can't get a run going here. We're well into the last minute before the half-time break. Christiansen. Öfterdal. Christiansen. Kurtovic. Again, Öfterdal, passive play. They've got 6 passes left. Doesn't matter anyway. The ball's been intercepted. Bont is free down the right-hand side. Decided not to cover it. Good defence. Well, Heidi Löcker latched onto her arm. She's sprinting off to make change between attack and defence. Brotset being used. She's spared because so are the Dutch making changes. 10 seconds to go. Quick play needed. Polman almost getting stuck, their third step. Free throw, 2 seconds. Over the top, and that is it. Of riches for the Norwegian team. So Norway throw off the second half of the Women's Handball World Championship semi-final here, the first of the day, trailing, or leading rather, 17-10 against the Dutch, who have been absolutely shocked in the first half. An opening 10-minute spell that saw the Norwegian team move 8-2 up, and I'm afraid leave the Dutch with an enormous amount to do here in the second half. Merk. A lot of lateral play across court. Good play by Groot, who comes out quickly to try and intercept her. She gets in a little bit too close. But a gap, just a small gap. It's all she needed, Öfterdal. 4th goal of the game. The Dutch clearly under instructions to be a little bit quicker, up the tempo, take the fast break, the throw-offs a bit quicker. And substitutions are made. Groot goes off. Abing returns. And Polman moves into the central role. Groot, let's not forget the playmaker for the Netherlands, who was injured for the best part of 2 months, only just coming back to fitness with her club Giorieto in Hungary. Broch! Nice little understanding between Polman and Yvette Broch, who gets her second.
And goal for the team of the Netherlands, number 13, Yvette Broch. Assisted by
Trading goals again, pulled the defender away. She managed to put the block on for the defender at the back. Stranding Skogran. 7-goal lead still, though. Merk goes looking for the gap. Quick shot. Across her chest, though. It's a difficult one to get any power on, especially under pressure in defence from Yvette Broch. Good play. Van der Heyden scores, but Broch was literally waving as Groot came in, saying the other side, I'm blocking this one. Look at 13 there, she's just waved her the other way. And she found the gap. Oh, the Dutch have decided, let's get on with this. Couple of quick goals. Can this start a run then? So we've got a semi-final back on our hands here at the moment. Merk. Looking for the line, Brotset, yes, under pressure, but does it well. 2nd goal for her. And again, the Netherlands throw off very, very quickly. Polman turns away, she's dispossessed unfairly by Skogran.
12-19.
Polman moves back into the centre. Just Just back from giving birth in June, but already scored 39 goals for her club Esbjerg in Denmark, and key to the Dutch attack straight away. No rest for her, clearly. Oh, brilliant play! Broch, well, the Dutch on a great run here. And a lovely link-up. This is like the Dutch of old. Christiansen and Kurtovic couldn't hold her, straight through Grimsbo. Would have been a penalty anyway, Kurtovic in the area. Merk looked briefly at Broadset, who was too closely marked. There's no space in the wings at the moment. Little shot by Øftedal, well saved by Tess Vester. Sixth save, I believe. Vester, who together with three of her teammates play for Bietigheim in the German league. Free throw, tough defending once more. That's Jessie Kramer. French-based back player, used a lot in defence by the Dutch team. Looking for the line again, covered all the way by Dulfer. Dulfer again, the defence specialist, quick pass down, oh, that's going to be intercepted. And Vester's racing back into goal. Øftedal comes up, can't get time to settle. And Øftedal punishes the mistake by Dulfer. Oh, poor old Dulfer. Long pass, it was telegraphed, and Øftedal was always going to get it. Poor old Vester left her own devices. No wonder she's smiling. So Øftedal matching Merk now with 5 goals apiece in this semi-final in the Barclaycard Arena in Hamburg. Oh, off the post, so unlucky, but there's a 2-minute suspension. Øftedal is off. Let's have a quick look, there it is. Pulling on the shirt. It's a judge, though, that she still managed to get the shot away afterwards. And it's still only a free throw then for the Norwegians. So Broch, no luck on this occasion. Goalkeepers come off and they put on an extra player now, the Norwegians, as they always do when they are short-handed. 5 minutes played. It's going at the rate of knots here. Meanwhile, the goalkeeper's back in again. Skogran's changed with her. Kurtovic is in the centre now. Oh, I'm not quite sure where she was going. Happy with that. A bit of a deflection as Christiansen looks at the clock, and it'll tell her that there's a lot of time left to play. If the Dutch want to get themselves going here. Passive play's been called against them. That wasn't a great shot, straight down the middle. Vester's got no one to pass to, meanwhile. Eventually, Van der Heijden makes herself available. Vester with one of the easier saves of the game so far. Oh, gap down the middle, yes, Abing. Second goal for her after the earlier penalty.
And the next goal for the team of the Netherlands.
Too much space. 89 kilometers an hour, that shot.
Number 8, Lois Abing.
6 minutes played, and Helle Thompson is pacing up and down. She just can't rest. The Dutch slightly outscoring the Norwegians in the second half, 4-3 at the moment. The problem is they've got a big 7-goal deficit to make up from the half-time break. Merk hands off to Kurtovic. Still 20 seconds before they're back to full strength again. Grimsbo's going back in goal again. Skogran's changing with her. Kurtovic, oh yes! Second one of the game for the Norwegians. A little reach down and a shot through the defence. Vester's beaten. Comes driving in, and again, Helder standing back. Norwegians have served out the suspension now and are back to full strength again as Abing moves into the centre. What a championship she's having, the number 8 for the Netherlands. 46 goals, the third highest scorer in the competition. 5 behind Merk. Solid defending again. Sanna Solberg, over 100 internationals. Just moved to Esbjerg from Larvik. Yes, Broch! No heroics from Grimsbo this time. Fourth goal for Broch.
Goal for the Netherlands, 15-21. Scoreboard.
Straight under the keeper, she star jumps. The Norwegians, unfortunately for the Dutch, are now kind of matching them goal for goal. And they really are struggling to close that gap. Solid defence there against Veronica Christiansen, top scorer in the Danish league with 72 goals this season. But it's Mørk who lets rip again. And Helgersson's pointing as if to say, let me tell you something else. She's got a great shot. She certainly has. Mørk's sixth goal. Free throw only this time for Broch, who looks to the referee and thought that should be a bit more. Let's have a look and see. She gets the ball, and I tend to agree with her. She was in the act of shooting as the ball is pulled out of her hand. Shooting efficiency, it's gone up for the Netherlands, 58%. Sadly for them, though, Norway are up on 71%. The best averages of the competition so far. Quick look up by Øftedal, who's got no one to pass to briefly, as Abing stays up to try and poach it back. Sneld has managed to run into defence, only just in time. Christiansen, Mørk cuts back again. And a fumble by Øftedal is taken quickly by the Dutch. Real sense of urgency about their play, but as they look up, all they can see is a sea of white shirts. Here it is again. Taking her eye off the ball, Øftedal, just a second there. So even the Norwegians are fallible. It's their 7th turnover. 8 for the Dutch. Good spell. Polman, yes! Well, you've got to start wondering if Helgersson is slightly regretting changing goalkeepers when Lunde was doing perfectly okay. A little bit off the boil at the end of the first half. Although, let's take nothing away from Grimsbo, but hasn't coped so well with the long-range shots early on here in this second half. Nicely taken. Team timeout.
If you have the line on the number 2, it's good. It's really good. But I still think you must play 5 seconds more before you start. Cirkelvision is also good, but the line is running back. So you can start all the things cirkelvis, but the line there running back. You can do that.
These great images of athleticism, passion, power.
And we're going on with ball possession for the Norwegian team, and in the video result 16-22.
Coleman and her partner, Rafael van der Vaart, former Dutch international football player, up in the stands. He's been following a lot of her games. Coleman and Abing spared defensive duties. And, Snelde and Dolph doing that for them. Well, in fact, it's Kramer at the moment. That shot straight over the top. 10 minutes played. And a much better spell. But that's going to be a long pass. Beautifully done, but under some pressure, that's going to be a penalty. Kurtovic fouled as she came up to the 6-meter line. There's the high pass. It had to be inch perfect. She managed to get it. Abing, little tap. Is it a 2-minute? Well, certainly the decision of the Swedish referees and a penalty. And Abing says no way. Øftedal then faces Vesta. And scores. 6 goals for her. Vesta commits, jumps across. As she does so, the arms are low, goes over her shoulder.
And the successful 7-meter thrower, number 10, Stina Øftedal.
So they also take out their goalkeeper, the Dutch. In fact, don't even be surprised if things are getting tight later in the game if they go 7-6 in attack. 2 minutes suspension. She started walking even before the fingers went up. Rødseth knew it. There's the foul. Just went out and missed time to challenge. So both teams are short-handed. Well, she doesn't have the luxury of time, Helle Thomsen, so she keeps the goalkeeper off. Into the wing. Smets, yes! Second goal for the winger from Bietigheim in Germany. Quick switch back in. It was nicely played by Groot. Just managed to get him before Kortewijk could close the gap. So change on the line then with Rødseth off. Løke comes on again. Been used extremely sparingly. Just 7 minutes of play so far in this semi-final. Day 2, take out goalkeeper. Öfterdal Mørk into the wing. Well, Kortewijk equally comfortable playing right back or right wing, scores her second. Quick play. It's no rocket science. You've just got to be quick, drive in, commit the defender, and move the ball on. 12 minutes of the second half played. Again, goalkeeper is out. While both teams are short-handed, it gives them a theoretical power play, but of course with the risk of the empty goal at the other end. And they've just served out the suspension anyway. Vester's back as that jump shot is taken. A slap on the arm for Jessie Kramer, who plays for Toulon in the French league. Kramer trying the centre. Oh, brilliant play, but a good save. Kari Grimsbo, the 32-year-old goalkeeper at Giurietto. Saves, ironically, against her club teammate at the Hungarian side. She'll have bragging rights when they go home after that. Save and the goalkeeper efficiency, 32% for Norway, 23, I'm afraid, for Vesta, who's done all the duties for the Dutch. Free throw. Both teams at full strength. It's very high. Play on, say the referees. Nothing given. Ball's loose, and then out comes Vesta to help get it up court. Van der Heijden. Broch is free briefly, not anymore. Pohlmann. Kramer. Wanted to get Van der Heijden to move it quickly to Bond, but the poor pass and the break is on the other way. Løke just managed to stay out of the area. And Heidi Løke gets a second goal. It was almost one of those Hail Mary passes, hope for the best, lob it up, and somehow Løke got on the end of it.
Scored by number 6, Heidi Løke.
Gap is back to the 8 goals we've seen before. Kramer. Pohlmann. 2 minute suspension. Holding on the line player. Solberg goes off with something we can't possibly translate at this hour of the day.
Sorry, number 24.
So off steps the 27-year-old from Esbjerg. Ironically, foul called against the line play just as Pohlmann, a club teammate of the Danish side, was bearing down on her. Abing, bit of space now. That's not going to help, though. Brilliant play by Skogran, who just got a hand on it to make the deflection. And Kurtovic picks up an easy interception. Smets then is off. Foul on the last attack. And both teams are defending hard at the moment, and it's an empty goal. Solberg, sorry, is off, and it's an empty goal. Little hand off Mørk. We've got to play it down. Mørk getting up rather slowly, very happy with that because they're short-handed, runs the clock down a little bit. A little shimmy. Best to wait till the end of the game to swap shirts, I think. Öfterdal. Christiansen, passive plays being called against them. Maybe 4 passes remaining. That hits the side stanchion and comes away empty-handed this time. Well, after a good start to the beginning of the second half, when they appeared to be really on a run to close quickly, the initiative slightly slipping away. There it is. Looks closer than it is. It was actually the rear stanchion that it hit at the back of the goal. Coleman then. And goal on in the wing, rather, Knippenborg. And that's a penalty.
7 meter for the Netherlands.
Defending inside the area. Let's have a quick look and see. And yep, Herrem clearly inside. Abing scored 1 so far. Make that 2 in the game, and a 3rd goal of the semi-final.
Goal number 18 for the team of the Netherlands. 18 to 25.
As soon as Solberg or Grimsbo lifts the leg, she pops it down the other side.
16 minutes played.
14 minutes of the semi-final remaining. A few more seconds before Norway back to full strength again. They're taking the keeper out, but Grimsbo is now back in. Little crossover, Merck. Oh, incredible power. Veronica Christiansen, the 27-year-old, jumps and lets rip with a cannonball shot. 91 kilometers an hour.
18 to 26.
Right into the corner, and Vesta was getting nowhere near that.
By number 4, Veronica Christiansen.
The Dutch, who lost Steenbakkers earlier in the competition, the left wing, only have Smets there. Save is made, Herrem, Kurtovic. Well, you just have to hang on, because the moment you lose the ball or make a mistake, the Norwegians are all over you. There's the initial shot. Grimsbo saves, and within a nanosecond, lovely interplay with Herrem. Kurtovic scores. And we're edging towards a 10-goal lead after the Dutch have made a good start to the second half. The Norwegians have weathered the storm and have now taken back the initiative. Abing can't find a way through, and it's a team timeout for the Netherlands, their 3rd and final one of the semi-final. We'll let you listen in.
You're coming, Kelly, I hear. If we can't change, then yes, you go in the middle and Linda on the back position. Remember again, they always take you this side, so sometimes you will break it, and then they can cross it by the left wing and the left back.
Linja på bägge sidor. Du är med? Och så åkne på inspel. Springa ut, åkne inspel. Ta duellerna högt. Kom igen nu!
Shots here from the game as Merck was doing a translation for one of the teammates. She mimed it's the high ball. Incredible pictures here from the semi-final.
And we're going on with the immediate result, 18 to 27.
So the gap, I'm afraid, is just growing and growing. Smets coming around from the wing. That was nice. 3rd goal for her. Drop over the front defender, Brodsett, a little out of position. And, neither holding the back player nor covering the space of the 6 meters. I'm afraid it does look as if the Netherlands' 18-year wait for a win over Norway is going to continue.
19 to 27.
Well, exactly the same. If you want to do that, we'll do it too. Kurtovic comes around from the wing. Carbon copy of the Dutch goal. Comes in behind the defence unannounced.
Of the team from Norway, 19 to 28, scored by number 22, Amanda Kurtovic.
Mentioned earlier that Van der Wissel from the Dutch side was in the team that won for the Netherlands 18 years ago when she was playing as a 15-year-old, starting out on her international career. She's not come off the bench, I'm afraid, here today. Right now, she's probably not too disappointed. It's not quite gone their way today. Norway that have been threatening this all the way. Ah, Grimsbo, lovely save. Fourth of the game, and again, that slipped inside though. Kurtovic not quite controlling the pass. It was a tad long. By the time she looked, well, there's the fumble, and she skids into the 6 meters. Helle Thomsen is telling them what they know. It's a fast break. Going through agonies, Helle Thomsen. The plan for today, I'm afraid, hasn't worked out for the Dutch. Frankly, it was hard to see who could beat Norway after they absolutely trounced the Russians in the quarter-final in ominous style. They were 15-8 up at the break, and it just got worse. To about 23-12 at one point, if not 25. That's nice! Danik Snelde, the captain, gets her second goal. Her counterpart, Brock, stands up and applauds it.
And the next goal for the Netherlands.
Lovely feed in by Abing.
Scored by number 10, Danik Snelde.
Down next to the standing leg. So it doesn't look like it'll be a second final in succession for the Dutch after the final of 2 years ago in Denmark. Of course, let's not forget their final last year in Sweden in the European Championship, both resulting in wins for Norway. Dutch, meanwhile, have made a change in goal where Jasmina Jankovic has come in, plays for Metzingen in Germany. Although West has made 7 saves, but only a 20% save rate, and I'm afraid Jankovic is going to get much of the same as Merck. Let's rip with a 7 goal. A little bit messy. It's another low effort just inside the post, and Christiansen celebrates.
Number 9, Nora Mørk.
Well, what a team the Norwegians are, and when you think you've got a goalkeeper who's the best in the competition, Lunde, with 45%, and your second keeper is the second best in the whole competition with a 43% save rate, they seem to have a good backup at every position on court. And as if to illustrate that, off comes Brodseth, who's had a great game, and on goes the legend that is Heidi Løke. 686 goals for Norway and 183 internationals. She'll slot in on the line on the far side. Decided to retire from the national team in 2014, Heidi Løke, and when they had a bad run in April 2014, got a text from her friend Merck saying, please come back, and she did. A little response there. Long-range shot. Arntzen, who's just come on, starting to turn the bench, Norway, but it hasn't stopped the momentum one little bit.
Number 3, Emilie Hansen.
20-30, we're well inside the last 10 minutes of the game. Long-range shot there, goes well wide by Kramer, who's not scored any goals in the competition so far. In fairness to her, has been used almost exclusively in defence, but here today, as Helle Thomsen looks for solutions against the rampant Norwegian side, she's been pressed into the attack. In goes Løke. Arntzen moves into the centre. Another one who plays for the Kristiansand team, currently leading the Norwegian Championship. Unforced error by the Norwegians. And Løke going to the wrong place in defence, and that gets called over by Hergersson and apologises on the way over. She's right next to him as well at the bottom of the picture. Glaring at her. Abing waiting wide then. Knippenborg pressed into attack as well in the centre. Another one who plays in Germany for Buxtehude. Penalty. Foul on Danik Snelde, the captain. See it again there. She manages to get the ball. A little push in the back. Subtle, but definitely there by Arntzen. Abing, saved! Grimsbo, the jury goalkeeper. Grimsbo's 5th save. So the Dutch waste a chance to close the gap, but in fairness, this semi-final has just been out of their range right from the outset when the Norwegians set their stall out very early with an 8-2 lead It was a masterful early performance. That was above the knee, luckily. Looking for the line, did well. Snelder tries to lob, but it's going to be a 2-minute suspension and a penalty. And Broadset points to her shirt, and do you think I did this to myself? Look who's holding who. And she's got a point. She's the one being dragged around the place. Abing, try again. No mistake this time. Abing's third penalty, fourth goal overall. Sends keeper the wrong way. So Abing makes it 21-30, the deficit. Broadset on a second 2-minute suspension will need to watch herself. They got plenty of options, though, as we said, to swing around if they don't want to use her in defence. Make sure she doesn't get that third 2-minute suspension that would result in a red card. Herem teasers, Arnson straight through. Built up the gap, Arnson got the last defender to move out of place, and Merck goes through for goal number 8. Quick throw off, taken, oh, Grimsbo! Well, she started slowly in the second half, but she is up and running. Pass straight down the middle, she was sprinting back in. Quick save. Oh dear, Malestein. Hergersson's very pleased with that. I think so. 5 minutes to go, and I'm afraid this semi-final is over, bar the shouting. Swing around by Merck, or rather, swung around by Abing. Look, still in on the line now as Broadset is off. She's got to watch it. She's spending a whole time inside the area at the moment, but she's not too bothered. Her main role for the time seems to be to hold up defenders. She's got 2 of them focused on her. Kurtovic has come around on the line as well, leaving the right wing empty for now. Lurk is free, bit of a gap in the middle. Decided against that. Kurtovic, passive plays being called. Maybe 2 passes left, 1 or 2. And not sure the players have realised. Quick look, surely they've had more passes. They have. And the whole bench was screaming at them. I actually don't think the players realised until it was too late. Abing crashes into Ikstad. Ikstad, who came on just 1 minute ago, as the Norwegians are well and truly turning the bench now, giving everyone a bit of a run out in this semi-final. For the Netherlands, back on comes Van der Heyden. Kramer in at the left back now, which is her more natural position with the club at Toulon in France. 2 on the line, leaving the right wing empty for now. It came off a defender. It'll be a throw-in from the corner. And I can tell you that the Norwegian side of the supporters is in fine voice at the moment. The drums, the trumpets, the horns, it's all going. Festive atmosphere as Norway head toward yet another final. Are they going to add a 4th World Championship title? Well, playing the way they have been in the quarters and the semis, you've got to wonder who can stop them. Arnson in the middle. Kristjansson at the left, Merck right. Lurker, even though the suspension is up, is staying on for now. Little shimmy. Swing back again, Kristjansson, the ball is stolen. Quick 1-2, Malestein, got to be quick. Oh, unlucky for Grimsbo. She got a hand on it, and Malestein was nearly embarrassed, but she gets it. No own goals in handball. There's the steal. She did well to get the ball initially. She used Van der Heyden more as a bouncing ball to get it back, and Grimsbo got a hand to it. We've got about 2 minutes remaining. 6 fast break goals for the Norwegians, as Lurker adds to her tally. So for the Netherlands, it's a question of somehow using the lessons learned from this game, refocusing, different tactics for whoever they play for the bronze medal. For Norway, It just seems you cannot keep them out of a final. Norway, European and world champions. They only took bronze in Rio. By their standards, that would have been a disappointment after winning the previous 2 Olympics. Looking to strike back again. Looks like it's stolen. Play on with a free throw. Snelda. The handoff. It's going to be a 2-minute suspension. Another dismissive thumbs up by Herem. She barely touched her. Hergersson looks on a little. So up steps Abing. Plays for Ici Paris in the French league. Top. Oh dear, oh dear. One of those days, goes wide. Wouldn't have made any difference at all. And so Kurtovic for Norway will have bragging rights when she returns to her club, Bucharest, which of course is coached by the Dutch coach Helle Thompson. As we watch that penalty miss again, 30 seconds to go. Norway, the whole bench are up, they are celebrating, they have made it through to the final again. On comes Sanna Solberg. And Norwegian fans are on their feet, the whole arena are on their feet, even the Dutch grudgingly accepting that they have been beaten by the much better side here today. Snelda into the empty goal. It is too little, too late, a third goal. Seconds are ticking away, and Norway are in the final.